My name is Wayne. I'm here in Shasta County, California, and I'm looking for an attorney to represent me against the Shasta County courthouse, judges, attorneys, and supervisors, as well as the FBI division. I've done some filings here, and all my filings get kicked out. I've had the supervisors um, call the FBI and get their friends to threaten me so my filings do not go through. And basically, I filed those paperwork, which have been done by the legal entity at a mistake in Arkansas and brought here to be filed as I filed them in the state treasury department for the UCC. I filed them and they got kicked out of the filing system. At the time, I didn't really know why. When I did all the filings with the due process with the legal agency in Arkansas, I filed them here in California in the state capital of Sacramento, and had it filed with the UCC, and it was kicked out of the UCC. But in the meantime, I've been had been threatened by the FBI division on behalf of Shasta County supervisors that contacted this particular person. I won't give a name at this point because I'll have to save the paperwork and names for an attorney to represent me in those areas. And so I was told that they were kicked out, and I didn't know that they could kick. That's what they're supposed to do, file. But I was told, the lady said they red tag them, and when they red tag them, that means if you file on a judge or an attorney or anybody of that stature and nature, they kick it out of the system. But in the meantime, as the things were going on outside of that, they actually never got filed. Period. They sent them back to me, and so after the lady from the Federal Bureau of Investigations contacted me on behalf of the supervisor. So she actually told me, well, I gave part of it up to it's a woman, and told me that she was representing the Shasta County supervisor on his behalf, and she had no jurisdiction in it, but she still had to say her piece on things, and that's the reason why I believe a lot of that didn't get filed. I've contacted the Federal Bureau of Investigation several times, and of course I got hung up on a lot of phone calls because I needed the person's name to do some filings for, and so they gave me somebody to talk to, sent them paperwork, call them back, and then they sent them to another office, and then you have to go down the line for another person. Same thing, you send them the information, nobody does anything, and then finally they just said, well, just go file a case in court. Well, it's kind of hard to do that when I ain't got somebody's name and all of the information that I need to have. And at the same time, the judges here have taken away my own personal property and took it away from me and kicked me off my own piece of property. Just put a notice of to be evicted and gave it to somebody else. Well, that's pretty much illegal as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure everybody else too, because they have no right to give my property to somebody else and kick me off of it because it doesn't belong to them. And that's a felony. So, and I've tried to go to court. They just kick my paperwork out, tell me there's no case. And if they have a case, they want to just keep taking me on and on and on and on through the court system month after month after month because I won't agree to what they're trying to get me to agree to. And it's just an ongoing thing. And at one point on this piece of property, I filed paperwork for a house to be built. I bought all the permits and did all that stuff, and I had already purchased permits to build a 2,000 square foot garage. Well, that garage got built. I built it, and so then they would not allow me to build the house. And so finally they said, well, we're just going to reject all your permits, keep all your money. You can't do nothing. And then they, of course, give my property away to somebody else. These were all filed. These papers were all done legally to the due process, and that due process is the law. That's the actual real law, the due process for everything. So That's what I'm trying to just get the people to back me behind me, because social media these days is the way to go, because that's the only way you can get justice in this place. So I'm just asking for the help and asking for an attorney to represent me and to take these cases to court, because there are cases here, right here. And I'd love to get my property back and all of that as well. But it's not just about the property, it's about the justice for people, to where they can stand and know that when they do go to the courtroom, the legal system is on their side, and they have all the rights that they have to be able to use for themselves as well. And so they don't have just things stolen from them.